Hi, I'm Arthur.
And I'm Anthony.
And we're going to explain to you what these villagers did in the medieval time.
These villages helped serfs, local serfs, and the local serfs got the wheat for the people living in the village. These are the dovecotes behind the manor house. They were often used to store local pets such as birds and bats. This is the manor house where the main manor guy lived. He was in charge of the village. And I built this with two of my other friends. It took us pretty much the majority of the 2 weeks we were building. And today, right here, we've got the lobby, the main dining room where they would have eaten their yummy food, the kitchen, the art room, the library, the prince's bedroom with a lovely painting, some lovely torch art. Here we've got some servants' headquarters, and if a servant was naughty, they would be sent to the dungeon where they will be there to starve to death. And there's some blood of recent people's deaths. Back to the kitchen, where the baker would be there to make bread for the local people. Up here we have the princess's bedroom and the king and queen's bedroom. Got some more servants' headquarters.
And next up we have the church. It was a massive part in every serf's life and every royal person's life. It took us quite a while to sort this out because we had to get all the colours right and make sure the altar was perfect. And over there we have the spire, which was used to hold and store objects
for the priest. And also Arthur built this with two other people from our class, and this was really a big part because actually we had a little role play where we actually did a mini gospel. Seeing as we're a holy school, we actually did a mini gospel inside that church with gospel readings and everything.
And here we have the blacksmith,
which was used to craft weapons and armor for the people. Weapons and armor, which was really helpful for the local warriors. Here we have the graveyard where warriors' bodies would be stored. Down here is the crypt.
The crypt was used to bury important bodies like the lord of the manor, etc.
And actually the person who built this graveyard actually put people's names in the graveyard. So like Gabby and Maddie and Anthony, that's me. Thank you very much. I'm a geek, okay? Moving on. We're going up back to the crypt to visit the inn. The inn is where people would have a drink after a long set sail to find this village down the river. And
they would also have drinks and then move up and have a nice place to sleep after a massive trip.
Yes, nice places. Now, moving on up, we have the local serfs' homes, also known as small little cottages. Most homes only came with maybe a bed, probably not even a bed, just a couple of straw and stuff to sleep on.
And the floors would have probably been made out of dirt and mud, so that would have been disgusting for them.
Here we have the local farms where the
serfs would come and farm every day and get only a fraction of what they collected because half of it would have to go to the lord of the manor.
And also after the lord of the manor, the lord of the manor gave his food to the local baker, who would then bake the food into bread and things to feed his community of workers. That's pretty much it, except for the tailor, which is over here. Sorry, these are the stables. Sadly, there's no animals in them right now, but this is what they would have used to keep their horses, pigs, chickens, just everything used.
It was also quite a good income for all the serfs because they had to have people that groomed the horses and stuff.
Here's the tailor, which would have made clothing for just everybody who could afford clothing.
And the merchants and things that came to town to buy goods.
Here's the well, which is what the people would have used to drink reliable water source from. And that is the Room 11 Manor House.
Thank you
for watching.
Hi, my name's Alyssa.
And my name's Anastasia.
And welcome to Room 11 and 12's Minecraft Village.
We've been making this over the past 2 weeks because of our medieval topic.
And we learnt all about life in a medieval village.
Okay, so let's have a walk around. Over here is our stable that we built. Everyone helped to make this. Okay, right here it says stable. They keep animals in here. Okay, let's go and take a look inside. Okay, so in here we have the horse stable and a pig and some chickens.
Okay, so next let's go to the granary. The watermill.
And over here is the entrance to the mine. We've got hundreds of mines around here.
So this is a watermill. The watermill was used to crush up into
bread.
Yeah.
So it was passed on to the bakery. Out here we've got a balcony to look through. And over there's the room 12 bridge.
That leads to room 11's Minecraft Village.
Okay, let's go and take a look at the rest of the town. Okay, so here's our big point, the manor house.
This was where the Lord and the Lady and his children lived. A lot of people worked here like cooks.
And servants.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's pretty big. Let's take a look at the downstairs areas.
It's got many, many rooms.
And it's hard, and it's really easy to get lost. Okay, so in here looks like big wall. Is there something in?
A gallery.
Hmm.
Most of these rooms are bedrooms and galleries, and there's also a kitchen.
Over here is just a simple room, bunk bed. Here is the study. And here is the weapon room. Should we go and take a look upstairs? This is the bathroom. This is where they take baths and stuff. And over here is a bedroom. It's probably the master bedroom where the Lord and maybe the Lady stay. And over here is just another bedroom.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at the other buildings in our village.
Yep. Okay, let's go downstairs. Over here is
the blacksmith.
And this is where they keep the weapons after they make them.
And on the left are some cottages for where the peasants stayed.
And over here is the market where the bread from the mill is kept.
Mm-hmm. Over here, this is the school.
This is where the rich kids, mainly the Lord and the Lady, used to live. Oh, sorry, used to work. Over here is the well where they kept their water.
And this is the town square where a lot of the shops were and inns.
Over here is the tavern and inn.
Yep. So downstairs is a tavern and upstairs there were rooms where people stayed in the inn.
Over here are some more houses for the peasants. And now we go to the farms.
The farm was very important in the medieval times because they grew all the crops for the people, and as you can see there are 3 fields. One of the fields had crops in it, another field had animals, and another one was left empty, which left fallow, which means it was left empty, and this was so the soil could regain its nutrients, so next year it would be ready for planting crops.
Another serf's house.
Down here there's the graveyard.
And the church. Okay, let's see what the church looks like. Now we're entering the graveyard. All of these are graves and tombstones.
So as you can see, we made this over 2 weeks in many buildings, and we each got put into a group where we made a certain type of building. Like some people would make the manor house, while some other people would make the church or the mill.
And the biggest project was to make the manor house because
it's got many rooms and many purposes, like where some of the servants worked in the kitchens, and also the Lord and the Lady and the Lord's children stayed there.
Now we're just going on down through. Gonna go to the bridge.
So room 11 also made a Minecraft village as well, and yeah.